32-man league that I'm a part of just drafted a few days ago, and I'm excited to share my team with you guys. So, in the first round, we ended up going with our man, Deshaun Watson. As you guys know, he's a guy that I am very excited about for this year. I think he's going to be a great player. To give a little perspective of what we were looking at, we were deciding between Watson, Eckler, Bijan Robinson, Stephon Diggs. Ultimately, I decided to go with the quarterback just because a lot of quarterbacks were ripping off early. Wanted to make sure I was able to get my stud. Second round, we follow that back up with Aaron Jones, another running back that I'm excited for. Going to be getting a lot of volume this year. Jordan Love should be his best friend, and Aaron Jones should be getting a lot of points for us. So, guys going around him that was on the board were Calvin Ridley, Kenneth Walker, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper. I was really stuck between Amari Cooper and Aaron Jones, but ultimately decided to go with Jones, mostly because in these drafts the running back depth tends to fall off a lot earlier than the receiver depth. So really excited for the first two rounds. Then follow that up in the third round with James Conner, another running back that we love here at Cash Counter. The other guys around him, Christian Kirk was another one I was thinking about in this area, but I wanted to build that running back depth once again just because the receivers are easier to come by later on. So it was either Kamara was also available, Jackson Smith and Jigba. And then follow that up in the fourth round. Now we're going to fill our receiver role. We got Zay Flowers, a guy that I'm really excited for to break out this year. All aboard the Flowers train. I was also deciding between him, Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore would have been a good spot too, taking an upside receiver and also to stack with Deshaun Watson. But ultimately, I believe more in Flowers. I think he has a better shot at breaking out this year. And then A.J. Dillon, Zach Charbonnet, those were other guys that were around the same area. Then we're going to follow that up in the fifth round. We're going to go with another upside receiver. We're going to go with Sky Moore. I think Sky Moore's got a pretty good shot to score some good points this year. He should fill that Juju Smith-Schuster role, I think. Other guys around him were Darnell Mooney, Jalen Hyatt. I really consider Jalen Hyatt because he's another guy that I like to take a shot on in underdog drafts a lot. You guys know that. Not Elijah Mitchell, Zeke, but I wasn't too encouraged with those. That's how the running back depth fell off pretty hard. That's why I wanted to hammer those running backs earlier. Then in the sixth round, I hit Jeff Wilson. This is a guy, he's in a muddy backfield, but I think he's got a pretty good chance to get some good carries, especially with Devin A-Chain's more recent injury. He could be stepping into some roles. And, there are guys around him, Jalen Warren, Jacoby Myers, Rashad Bateman, Desmond Ritter. Those guys are all right. Jalen Warren's good, but he's still got Najee ahead of him. Jeff Wilson's in a muddy backfield. He's got a chance to take that starting role. Then next round, in the seventh, I ended up taking Chase Claypool. I was looking to get Tank Dell here. Sadly, somebody took him even before my pick of Jeff Wilson, which was really caught me off guard. Tank Dell was falling that far in most of the mocks I was doing. Then there's Noah Fant, Jacoby Brissett, Justin Ross. They were all in that same range with Claypool, but I ended up going with Claypool. And then in the eighth round, I was able to land my sleeper pick, guy that I was looking for the entire time in the eighth, Michael Wilson, receiver for the Cardinals. I just think he's got a good shot this year. He's got a chance to get some good work in the receiving game. He's fighting Greg Dortch for playing time. He's not going to do much. He could even surpass Rondale Moore, possibly. And we don't know when Kyler Murray's coming back. The earlier, the better, but we'll see where it goes. It's in the eighth round. I'm not relying on him to start. But guys around him, Richie James, Pierre Strong, I'm taking my man, Michael Wilson. And then rounding out the rest of the draft, I got Stetson Bennett, Cooper Rush, Hendon Hooker. These guys are all just quarterbacks, just backups that we're looking to see if the starter goes down, we got another quarterback that we can play when Watson's on bye, or we can trade these QBs away and get some nice pieces to pair up with one of our guys and get a nice piece in return. And then the last round I took Trent Taylor, but I ended up I already dropped him. Picked up Malik Willis, another QB stash, and I was able to throw Hendon Hooker on the IR slot. So then I also picked up Marquez Callaway, guy getting some buzz out of Denver Broncos camp with the injuries of KJ Hamler and as well as Tim Patrick. So let me know what you guys think of the squad.